guys, it's me, Will. Just reading, looking through the actual articles and stuff. I was, still new to the whole white privilege thing. I understand it a lot. How that sometimes people, are understanding about, some cultures are not privileged as others because of how our society was. It's not true racism; it's inadvertent racism, which is still really bad. Just the thing about before I just thought it was more about academics, more about getting jobs and power, and stereotypes. But I didn't even think about the normal stuff as just like going to the grocery store and seeing in hair care products or even like that when you get a Band-Aid and it says nude, it's like a white color. I didn't even think of that type of stuff, and it's really it's sad that our society still thinks this way. Um, I think that the articles in the books showed a lot about I didn't a lot and helped us out a lot with what's going on. One of the articles I really liked was the Macintosh article that they talked about the things that was involved with how people feel comfortable and what how some people don't feel this comfortability. Um, I think this this class is going to show me a lot more and open my mind up a little bit more, and I'm really looking forward to it. As for the discussion question, when we're talking about um, the um, the programs, I have a bunch of good ideas. Hopefully, they're good ideas. But one of the first things I look is just look using undergraduate student organizations to help us out. Working with Pride, BSU, Asian Student Society. Different groups where we can talk about this type of situation who can help promote events. Another group that would really be a great tool to use is Student Government Association. Every year they do a program called Breaking Down Hate, where they do a month about certain topics of diversity and inclusion and stuff like that. And I feel like this topic is a serious issue that we see today, and I feel like Student Government Association would be able to work with us and make this a campus-wide initiative. Um, Ideas for events that we could do, like plays and theater and stuff like that would students can go to and just see the other side. I saw many great plays this year that kind of show that type of stuff. That we don't really get to see, but if they were advertised more, that would be a perfect tool to use for this type of event. Another idea would be having an open forum, so we won't have situations that we saw at Princeton where a student just rants and doesn't know the complete facts about this whole situation. Um, I I personally looked at we have it at the amphitheater, but there's another location we used at UNCW before for other debates was like one of the like Cameron Auditorium or Morton Auditorium, stuff like that, or even Lumina. Just having a place for an open forum where people can just discuss this and get a better understanding through both sides of the spectrum. Um, Another idea is just using the residence halls and just working together and create programs. An idea that I liked was, the Macintosh article, they talk about like different things that students can do with, how they can handle certain situations, and how comfortable they are. I think we use that and how to check the list. We can see how people are comfortable and see how, white privilege affects students in our communities. It's definitely a great program. Another idea I thought was, in RA train 2 years ago, we had like this little card. It showed up like it was supposed to be our identity, but we didn't really know what our identity was. But we would go to we had like a little like a station where it was like you can get a car, a station where you can get a loan, a station where you go to college, a station where you can get a job, and people who had different cards than others were treated differently. And it showed how, like in today's society, that people get treated wrong. I know Chance was there, and he was one of the people who helped produce it. So I would he knows more of the backs, behind the scenes stuff. But for us, I was an average person, and I was getting loans, whatever I want. I got a car, I got a good got into college, and I got a good job. While there were some people who they wouldn't let in college, or they would skip ahead on if they felt that they were not the fit, or what I would think they're not privileged enough. And that's one of the things we can use for for our program for students to give them a better understanding, give them kind of a walk in their own shoes moment for them that they don't really get to see because let's face it, our community is very majority heavy. So that's definitely having something like this to give people these perspectives that they never had before. It can give them more knowledge. Um, I would say that another event is having tabling events, just having people come and talk to people about this and give them more information. Advertising would be the key so these students can get spread out. posters on bulletin boards, things like that. And then last but not least, use Twitter handles. Twitter and Facebook are great ways to promote these events. Using Facebook event sites and stuff like that, and then Twitter using a handle to tell them about the events, and then use a Twitter handle like to give information that they don't know. We can do like a hashtag what's your privilege or a hashtag you know culture change or something like that. Something that would be catchy that would get students knowledge. Like an example was people talk about why we don't have white scholarships, but if you look at the scholarship ratio, 93% of people that are white usually get scholarships over most people. So that's why they need those minority scholarships and stuff like that to give those people those advantages and those free opportunities that they never had before because let's face it, they're not getting what they deserve because of a stereotype which is wrong. Um, and last but not least, just there's a getting this information out would be really good for the students overall. One of the things I felt like I was surprised me was the whole Grant versus Boylan. I knew about the whole situation, but I didn't really know. I've gotten deeper with it and found out how the whole thing was ridiculous. It was sometimes people just look at the diversity or issue as the reason they fail, but it could be something that's totally different. It could be something wrong with the essay. It could be something like that. And I feel like that's what would need to be changed. It needs to be a culture change where people can just look at themselves and just say hard work deserves earning. And we don't need to look at this type of stuff that we see today, where it's like, and I guess people more knowledgeable about the situation. I don't know. There's not enough knowledge about what's going on in our society about this stuff. It's racism at its boiling point, and we need to stop it. Personally, and I hope these programs would work out and help UNCW students have better knowledge about it. Thank you again, once again, for this opportunity. I'm looking forward to all your replies, and also thank you, Jeremy Russell, for the extra resources and Dr. Vita for the books and everything. Thank you guys so much.